I'm also proud of our city, but I'm also just angry that we're here. But our court has lost its way. There's faith organizations running the court, I think, at this point. I can't see any other path to it. And so I really hope that the federal government will come up with a plan for reclaiming the United States Supreme Court.
We can have political differences about sprawl, about gopher mitigation, but about whether or not a woman is an equal human being to a man, that just seems beyond the pale to me and not really territory for a political debate.
Human rights is on the ballot this year. And I know it sounds like we say that every election cycle, but it is without a doubt, it is here.
I think we're all facing a scary time, a time that I thought I'd never see again, a time that my nieces have to battle something that I battled in undergraduate school in the 1980s, which is the right to choose and the right to marry who I wanted, the right to be the person I felt most identified with. All these rights are at risk because of the ruling on June 24th.
I hope that we'll continue to act strongly just to recognize that human beings are human beings.
Approval of resolution declaring the City of Olympia to be a sanctuary city for reproductive health care and abortion services as permitted by Washington state law and recognizing the right to reproductive choice. And this was born out of a referral we had from 3 of our council members in preparation for the overturning of Roe v. Wade recently by our Supreme Court. And so I'm going to have Lisa Parsley, who was the lead on that referral, to bring the motion.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want to state that in December 2016, this city showed what it was made of by declaring us a sanctuary city. But on May 2nd, this council indicated they were interested in a referral for this resolution. And I want to thank a special thank to my co-sponsors, Councilmember Payne and Councilmember Quinn, and a really special call out to Susan Grisham, who knocked it out of the park with this resolution and took that referral and put it into words. So I'd like to move to approve this resolution.
Second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. And now I'd open it up to the dais if there's anyone else here who would like to make additional comments. I'll go back to Councilmember Parsley.
I think we're all facing a scary time, a time that I thought I'd never see again, a time that my nieces have to battle something that I battled in undergraduate school in the 1980s, which is the right to choose and the right to marry who I wanted, the right to be the person I felt most identified with. All these rights are at risk because of the ruling on June 24th. I'm very proud of this city. I'm very proud of this council. I'm very proud of our city staff for stepping up and making this happen. We are declaring to the world that we are pro-choice. We stand for reproductive rights, and we stand for all the rights that could fall like dominoes. So thank you very much, City Council. Thank you very much, City. And I am so proud to be here in this city at this point when all our rights are at risk.
Thank you. Next, I'll go to Councilmember Payne, followed by Mayor Pro Tem Gilman.
I just want to start by saying thank you to my council mates, Councilmember Parsley and Councilmember Nguyen, for joining together to bring this forward to the full council. And I also want to thank the city staff who moved very quickly and acted in real time throughout this whole thing in anticipation that Roe v. Wade would be overturned, in which it has. Which brings me to the importance of participating in elections. Human rights is on the ballot this year. And I know it sounds like We say that every election cycle, but it is without a doubt, it is here. And now is the time to sort of remind folks of the importance of going back to the basics of the three branches of government and the importance of the other two checking the third is critical this year. And so we've seen what the Supreme Court has already done with Roe v. Wade. And we have seen what they have agreed to take up on the fall and the types of cases that they will bring forward. And so I just know that we cannot allow this to stand. I'm very proud to live in the city of Olympia, where we are drawing a line in the sand and we are making a claim and stating what our values are and welcoming people here to this community to receive the services for which they might not have access to in their own communities. And so I'm very proud to have joined all of you to bring this forward today. And lastly, I just want to say that it doesn't matter sort of your reason. Sometimes there's a sort of a sentiment of why do men need to invoke their proximity to women in order to care about this? And there's some merit in that. But whatever your reason, I think that it's important to come forward because this is a human rights issue. It is not just a women's issue. It's all of our problem. And so I just encourage folks to show up in November and support those who support human rights.
Thank you. And next I have Mayor Pro Tem Gilman, followed by Councilmember Nguyen.
Great. I just want to express my strong support for this resolution. And so we can have political differences about sprawl, about gopher mitigation, but about whether or not a woman is an equal human being to a man, that just seems beyond the pale to me and not really territory for a political debate. So I hope that we'll continue to act strongly just to recognize that human beings are human beings and there's no reasonable perspective that would lead somebody to think that men should be in charge of women's bodies.
Thank you. And last I'll have Councilmember Nguyen. Oh, no, Councilmember Nguyen, followed by Councilmember Cooper.
I really believe in this resolution, and I hope that you all get a chance to read it on the city's website. It should be also attached in our materials for tonight's meeting. So other than being definitely upset about this action happening, something that I've been sharing with my girlfriends, my guy friends, and just all of my loved ones that want to hear it, and maybe they're upset and they're not sure what they can do, and there are a number of things that we can do, and I try to focus on that. So a couple of items in the resolution that I'm really excited about and really want to highlight, other than, of course, extending our sanctuary city status to include reproductive rights and abortion services or access to abortion services for those who don't have it, is also that among the short-term and long-term actions that our staff will be looking into to support this, will be sharing accurate and true information. And so that includes looking into those crisis pregnancy centers, sometimes called fake clinics, and making sure that they're posting accurate signage about what it is that their services, that they really provide in their services, and that it's not abortion services, as well as, I'm not sure how we'll do it, but sharing a directory of places that you can access services. with our community members. And then some things that I've been sharing. This is a list of the things that I've been sending to all my friends. So is just taking a moment to really process that this is a really heavy time, and this is a really big deal. And it's okay to not have all of the answers or not be doing anything in the moment, and to really just process what it means and how deep it cuts and the implications that it can have on in the future on established human rights. So just taking care of yourself and taking care of others when you can. But then also you can get accurate and up-to-date information on your right to access reproductive health care at I guess we don't have to do that anymore. Reproductiverights.gov. So accurate and true, up-to-date information at reproductiverights.gov. You can also contribute monies to any amount is definitely moves the needle. So you can support local abortion funds at abortionfunds.org. You can also donate to Planned Parenthood. And then definitely what Councilmember Payne says is true is that showing up on election day really matters. You had said that it seems like every year we say that human rights is on the ballot. I believe that human rights is on the ballot every year. Every time things seem like things are pretty good and the living's easy, I think that's the time where we don't want to. We don't want to get lazy. We want to make sure that we use our civic privileges. So making sure that you vote in every election, and then also sharing voting information with others and helping folks that maybe don't traditionally vote or maybe have forgotten about it to have a voting plan. Make it a fun thing. Me and my girlfriends like to get all gussied up and go to the ballot box and make a big deal of it. So make it fun, and it's definitely something that matters. So just on a lighter note, there's plenty of things that we can do, and I encourage us to do that. So thanks.
Thank you, Councilmember Cooper.
Thank you, Mayor Selby. I'm also proud of our city, but I'm also just angry that we're here and that we're having to even have this conversation. Everyone's welcome here. We're making that clear. We continue to do what's right by what we've done wrong in the past and find the right path forward for Olympia. But our court has lost its way. There's faith organizations running the court, I think, at this point. I can't see any other path to it. And so I really hope that the federal government will come up with a plan for reclaiming the United States Supreme Court. I hope that we can see abortion clinics on federal land and maybe tribal land across the country, because there's one line in this resolution that I want to lift up, which is abortion is an essential reproductive health service, and its availability is an important part of every person's right to safe and accessible health care. We are fighting for human rights. That is on the ballot. Luckily, in Washington, these things are the law of the land, but that's not so in many, many states, as we know. So if there's anyone, anything, any of our friends outside of Washington need, they should give us a call, because you never know what we might be able to do to help you get here or help you get what you need as far as health. And I'm speaking of us as people right now, because I don't want to commit the city to anything, but I know that all of us are passionate about safe travel and making sure that people aren't harassed if they do need to travel for an abortion, and making sure that we, as Councilor Huen said, that we know what's real and what's not, because there are places in our broader community that are posing as reproductive health clinics, and they are not. And so it's time to have the conversation in real time and talk about abortion, because I think I might be the first person that said it, and 6 of us. No, I'm not. Okay, good. So we should keep talking about it and having the conversation. And I'm glad I'm not, because I was thinking about what I was going to say and maybe not listening very well. So anyway, onward. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, thanks to Susan Grisham, our executive assistant, for putting this document together. I have a feeling it's going to be shared widely across the nation, be a document that will be hopefully copied, because it was so well written. So thank you.
Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.